Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mindful Session. My name is Unisa Kamara, your number one motivational speaker and the number one go-getter. I want to welcome each and every one of you to the Mindful Session. Today, we'll be talking about relationships, dating, and marriage. Now, we have the pleasure of having the CEO of a dating agency.
Wow.
Yes, it's called Spring Hope Internal Agency. And her name is Nomsa. But before we go any further and bring her on, because I would love for her to introduce herself. She's quite busy, she's always working, and we've been trying to get on the show. But ladies and gentlemen, today I have a special co-host, Estelle, a model, a mother, a wife. Nice to have you on the show, Estelle.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm very pleased to be here with you. And today I think the talk show will be very, very nice.
It's a pleasure to have you. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we're quite aware of the time and energy we invest into building a relationship. So without further ado, let me have the pleasure of introducing Nomsa. Nomsa.
Hi, Unisa, how are you?
Oh, I am well. I am honored to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here spending time with you guys.
Oh, it's, believe you me, Nomsa, the pleasure is ours because there are so many things we need to know in reference to dating, marriages, and relationships. So I'm sure you can educate our viewers because the way we look at things nowadays, relationships, let me be more specific, marriages are not the way they used to be. And in one way or another, you have incorporated your organization, your agency, for people to, come together and build a relationship. Now, Estelle and I are here to just get a little bit more understanding. So please tell us about yourself, how this company came about, and we can move further.
My name is Nomsa Clara MNcube. I am the founder of Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency and the founder of Ngosi Talk Show. So how I created Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency, it came from the challenges that I faced through relationships and my upbringing, how my parents raised me. And mostly it was my grandparents that actually taught me the things that I do today. So,
well, please continue.
In my relationships, I was a woman who spent so much time trying to find that special person. And when I did find that special person, I spent so much time trying to keep that special person, and then I became a mother and a partner trying to make my relationship work. But as the time went, after 9 years, the relationship fell apart, and it came to a point when my relationship fell apart. I'm a Christian, and I began to actually ask God, why would I pray so much and you give me this special person, exactly the man that I asked for, and you take that person away from me? And when I prayed and I prayed and I stopped and I listened, and the voice was, Nomsa, I didn't remain away from you. You asked what you wanted and I gave it to you. But you didn't know how to keep that special person. So that's when I realized that I spent 2 hours getting ready, making sure that when I stepped outside in the mud, I didn't step in the mud, making sure I look good. But inside of me, it was broken. And that's why my relationship didn't work, because I didn't work on myself and I didn't know anything about relationships. And I thought I was a princess that had to looked after, but a relationship don't work like that.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Well, Estelle, please feel free to intercede at any time, because one thing she said in reference to looking within, when it comes to relationships, we have to learn to love ourselves before we can love others.
Yeah.
And when we love ourselves, we set expectations. Now, also, she said she learned so much from her grandparents. Now, Nomsa, please correct me if I'm wrong. When we talk about relationships in the older generation,
Yes.
they were taught to work on your relationship, structure your relationship, communicate, and try to move on. What went wrong? Where are we at now? Before I get into your marriage and so forth, because I am going to dissect your, what you stated in the beginning. But just to go back, your grandparents, you've seen how their relationship was. And I can imagine that you wanted the same thing in turn, correct?
Yes.
What do you think was the difference from yours and theirs?
Being grateful for what you have and working hard, even when things get tough. You acknowledge what is going on and being honest to yourself and wanting to fix the problem, not blaming the other person.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. When we are in relationships, sometimes it's hard to understand that we are together, we are two different people, so we need to work together. And I can do mistake, you can do mistake, but we have to be together and work on it. Sometimes you say, oh, it's his fault, it's not my fault. But no, it can be your fault. So we need to work ourselves on how to manage the relationship. And now we want to give up so easily. Before our parents, our grandparents, we have some value, As she said, she was Christian. So when you have this principle in your life, you work on it, you study the Word of God, and you can build something on it. But now, we don't have time, we want everything fast food, everything fast, We don't have time to work on a relationship at the moment.
One thing I need to understand, I always focus on this. We always say religion is the key to everything. And Nomsa stated that, and you just stated that. Now let's focus. So what you two are basically trying to indicate to me, communicate to me, relate to me, whatever it is the fact that with religion, we can build a relationship. But without religion, we cannot structure a strong relationship. Is that it?
I will say no religion, but the faith in God is the foundation. Is the foundation. Yeah. You need
Okay, so for me, basically to explain about religion, although I'm saying I was a Christian at that moment, I was a Christian who wore ripped jeans. I go out, I wear ripped jeans, and I'm saying I'm a child of God. And but I wasn't representing the kingdom of God. I go out, I show my boobs. And I get home, I'm praying. So that means I'm confusing God. God is saying, Nomsa, you're praying to me. You want me to save your marriage, but I'm confused. Save yourself first. So that's where the problem was. For me to be able to cry out to God, for him to able to answer my prayers as a Christian for who I said I was. At that moment, I wasn't even representing myself as a Christian. So there was a problem with my Christianity, and there was a problem with my relationship, my image, my character. So there were so many problems that were going on, because when I came to the UK, I tried to follow the world. I think even in South Africa, I started in South Africa trying to follow everybody else. But I was telling myself, I'm a Christian, I'm praying to God. If this relationship, I'm crying out. I didn't have a clue about relationships. I'm a Christian, I'm praying, I'm basically reading the scriptures. You come to me, I'll tell you the scriptures, but I didn't know anything about how the principles for representing the kingdom of God. I was wearing ripped jeans, I show my boobies. When I'm going out, because I watch the social media, I believed that sexy is you being naked. But at the same time, everything was wrong about me at that moment.
So you are talking about two things. You're talking about your relation with God, and as well about your relationship in the person that you were dating at that time. So this is two different things. So what I'm thinking is that now I think we need to have training on the way we have to build the relationship with God, to be honest and true, because she was saying that I was praying, I was doing things, but outside I was not showing the kingdom of God.
Well,
so, and she talked about a relationship with the boyfriend, which was not working. So this is two different things that we need to be trained on it. You know, not only say that we believe God, and no, there's two different things.
If I may put some emphasis on things, there's no book in a relationship. Yes, I might write a book on a relationship, but that's based on my own opinion. That's my views. Who can train you to be in a relationship? Yes, they have specialists, but if you don't know you, if you cannot structure you, if you cannot love yourself, if you don't have self-awareness, how can you be in a relationship?
That's why we have some coach. Yeah.
So
it's not
everybody that can afford to go to a coach. Nomsa.
Yes.
Okay. What are the principles in building a strong relationship?
The principles of building a strong relationship is very, very simple. You can go to any coach, you can spend thousands and thousands of pounds, or you
That's
can
what she stated, but it's not everyone that have thousands of pounds.
No.
There's book, there's free teaching online on YouTube, and something affordable. It's not very expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. What I'm saying is, you can go and get a coach. I can tell you with myself, I think I went to 4 or 5 psychologists before I got it right.
Wow.
I kept paying. They're not cheap. They're expensive. And I kept sitting down. I listened to them. I tell them my story, but I didn't get it. The day I decided that no more psychologists, no more coaches, I need to figure me out using the principles that they have taught me to know myself very, very much. I started to study me. Who is Nomsa?
Okay. All right.
You have to know you first. Before you can think about dating somebody, you have to have a relationship with you. You have to know the things that you love to do, your principles, your values. Why do you believe in the things that you believe in? Why do you hang out with the friends that you hang out with? Why do you say, I love you?
So how did you manage to do it? Did you sit down and ask yourself, how did you manage to do it?
Well, this is all self-awareness. If you understand who you are, what you want, expectations of self, you're able to go that path. Now she stated that she went to a lot of psychologists. She could have come to me. But there are so many different psychologists out there. How do you know who's the right psychologist? How do you know who's the right person to go to? Because this day and age, everybody's trying to make a buck. Everybody's trying to make money.
Yeah, of course.
How do you, if you don't know what you want, how are you going to go to somebody for help? Ladies?
Actually, I was going to good people, but with me in my head, it hadn't clicked in. I hadn't made a decision. You have to make a decision. And the day I made a decision, I remember it very well. I looked at myself in front of the mirror. I went back to the day I was a child. And I looked at the person that was in front of me.
So
I was there was something that I was ashamed looking at that person. I cried.
So it's about decision, to have a proper decision, to be ready to say, now stop, now I want to change, I want to move forward. It's a decision that you have to take.
Yes,
Step on
I
it.
was ashamed. Looking at myself in front of the mirror, I was ashamed. I had to face the things that I was ashamed of.
And teacher,
I didn't believe in me.
I want to find out if you use prayer if prayer was helpful to you during that time.
I fasted for 40 days.
40 days of fasting?
Yes. Yes.
Wow. You see?
May I intercede? Now, I'm dating Estelle. I spent a lot of time getting to know her. I spent money taking her out for dinner and meal.
Yes.
Now, I know what I want. I'm quite determined. You understand?
Yes.
I took my time to get to know this lady. Now she and I dating. Now, why is it that all of a sudden we get in a fight and I'm telling you, I don't want, this is not what I want. I'm quick to break the relationship. After all the time I invested in getting to know this young lady, after all the money, energy, and effort I put into it, but so quick to walk away. Why can I not spend time to say, you know what, Estelle, this is the problem. This is so and so. Let's resolve it. Why should I go out and look for another woman and try to move forward? What is wrong with our generation now? That everybody is so quick to jump out of a relationship.
That's what I was saying. We want everything fast. We don't have time at the moment. We want to do things quickly. And there's another lady, she's more beautiful or more interested. You jump on it. This new generation, they don't have time. They want to do things fast. That's why. Yeah. I don't know.
It comes down, you know, when you are writing your goals before you date Estelle, you write your goals, you're writing down what kind of a woman you desire in your life. So when you write down those goals, this is the woman that I want, this is the character, this, you write all the list like your business plan, you're writing everything, the feelings, everything, how this woman is gonna make you feel. If you want kids, I'm gonna have 5 kids or 4 kids, or if you don't want to have kids, you don't want to have kids, the holiday, you want to travel, everything, you write everything down. Don't leave everything, because this is your story. You are deciding your story that you are writing. Once you've written everything, you have to ask yourself, this is what I've written, this is what I desire in life. Am I this thing that I've written down? Are you that person that you've written down that you are requesting to the universe or to God? Not everyone is a Christian. So even a non-Christian, are you the person that you are looking for yourself? So you have to search through yourself. So if you feel that you don't fit that character, you need to work on yourself.
That's the thing you were saying. We go back again, and she was talking about to know ourselves.
Precisely.
Yes.
Nomsa,
Yes.
if I may, turn to your left.
Yes.
Turn. Keep turning. No, to your left. That's it. We get to see you now. Because when you were talking, it's like you were looking down. I want our
Hi.
audience to see
And
you.
she's beautiful.
There you go, beautiful. Thank you. Now, let me just say this again. That's, to me, the audience, because we have over 10,000 audience, they might agree with me, and I'm used to people agreeing with me and disagreeing with me.
Okay.
I don't have
Yes.
a problem with that. But I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to disagree with you. That's me.
Okay.
Realistically speaking, I can sit here and write a list of who I want to be with. I want to be with Nomsa. That's my wife. I want her to have this kind of hair. I want her to have this kind of body. I want her to have this kind of attitude. But tomorrow, I fall in love with Estelle. Estelle don't have this kind of hair. Estelle don't have this kind of body. Estelle don't have this kind of attitude. Estelle is not from this kind of family. You understand? So
Why did you pick
we
Estelle in the
tend to
first
aim.
place?
We can write down things, but the heart has a mind of its own. And as you're quite aware, psychologically speaking, there are 7 layers to the brain. Or is it 7 layers to the heart? I have to go back and, revise on my notes. But as you're quite aware, there are different elements to it. We write things down, but that's not what we get.
It's not what we
Okay.
get.
Okay, let me keep you that way. You've written down, this is what I want. Why, when you meet Estelle, that's where the important is. The important part is to select the person. Because if I'm a Christian and I write down everything, I say I'm looking for a man who is a Christian, or I don't mind, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for this. Or I say I need somebody who's got a job, who is stable, who is financial secure, and then I go out, my heart tells me to pick any man that I come across with. So what principles have I broken there?
Okay. Do you want to intercede? Do you want to answer that?
No, I want to go back again into the value that our parents give to us. I know one of my friends said to me, I will never leave my wife. Why? Because my mom told me that you should never leave the woman that you get married. So it's about the principle as well that the parents give us to us when we were a child, or, So it can help as well to stay strong in our relationship.
Nomsa?
I was never taught to stay in a relationship with someone. My parents actually taught me to be the person that I want to be and know myself. But the thing is, if you know what you want, what you desire in life, sometimes people go out dating, a man meets a woman meets a man. They actually pretend, if somebody is that character, they completely pretend to be something that they are not. It's very, very important when you go on a date with somebody, let them see who you really are as a person, your true authenticity. You want to have kids, tell the woman I want to have kids. If they're not for you that moment, you move on and keep searching. But some people, they settle for something that they've never asked for. So what I'm saying to you is, in the first place, it is very, very important when you select a partner. It's very, very important. And the next stage is very, very important to connect with Estelle, because if you are dating Estelle, you are fighting. That means you are not connected to each other. When some people meet each other, they focus on what car is she driving, what car is he driving, what kind of a job does he do. All these lists, they focus on that. But guess what? The reality, when it comes to reality, is what's on the inside that person that will matter for the rest of your life. You are not picking the fat wallet, you are not picking the car. Yes, I want a wealthy man, but focus when you meet that wealthy man, Focus on what's on the inside, that wealth man. When you meet a woman who has a job, who is independent, focus on what's on the inside, that woman. Is she who she says she is? Yes, she has a job. Can I actually, when we have kids, can I actually play with this woman? Can we be children together and play, have a laugh? Can I cry with her? Can I come home when I'm stressed? Can she give me a hug and say, baby, everything is going to be okay? So that's where the problem is. Selecting and connecting.
Well, you know, material things are things that come and go. You understand?
Yes.
To me, what I have is of irrelevance because I'm here today, I might be gone tomorrow. What matters to me is what's in my heart. My heart is only thing I have and my word. The scariest thing, Nomsa, Estelle, is the fact that I'm meeting you, you're quite beautiful. As human beings, we're quite visual. We're quite visual beings, and we're quite social as well.
Yeah, yeah.
People can be quite deceiving. That is why I don't do the dating game. No one can tell Unisa is doing the dating game. When the time is right, is right. The scariest thing is that people can look so sincere and be so manipulative. I'm meeting you for the first time. You can tell me, oh, this is so and so and so. Why? Because you did a background check on me. You know what I like. So you meeting me, you can be pretending. Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that, but it's quite scary. How do you know this person is sincere? And then you invest your time, energy, and so forth into this individual. Months down the line, you find out there's something different. How do you move on from that? Me personally, I believe in laws of attraction. There's nothing you can tell me about laws of attraction that I've not read. I believe in the vibrations of the universe. I know what I want. I know I'm not going to run out there and get the wrong person. When my time is right, the vibrations are out there. It's going to happen. And something similar to what you said. But how can we trust people? How do you know you have met the right person? How do you know that person is for you?
If you actually, you say you believe in the vibration, you believe in the law of attraction. You know, if you know what you want, what is in your heart will attract what's in your heart. The universe will bring somebody for you. Sometimes the dream that you have asked for, it might come in a different way. Because, like, you know, sometimes there are single people that say, I'm going to date somebody when the time is right. I'm going to go out when the time is right. But how do you know as a person that this is the time is right? Because if you are asking the universe and you're single, you're looking for a woman, you're looking for a man, you have to let the universe decide for you when the time is right. The mistakes that I did was, I said to myself I was a Christian, but I kept saying I'm not ready to date. But when I said to myself, when I prayed to change my prayer, change my mindset and said, God, I don't know what you have in plans for me, but let your way be your way. Wherever I'm going, I'm open to everything. I can tell you, when I go out, maybe for birthdays to celebrate and go out, I don't drink, I don't smoke. When I go out, I don't look for men who are drunk. But how I met my man was, I went out that day because I had to spend the whole year saying I'm open to everything. And I don't date good-looking guys or muscles. I don't look for that. That was my mindset before that. But when I said, you know what, I'm tired of making decisions, make decisions for me. But then I went out, I'm open. Then I met this guy. He's drunk, I'm drunk. We are dancing. I'm not drunk, I'm not drinking, sorry. And we are dancing and I'm having fun. I'm like, I'm an African person, I can dance. You can't dance like me. So we are dancing in the night. He goes, give me your number. Then I gave him my number for fun. I'm laughing. I'm like, he's not gonna remember me tomorrow. But 2 weeks later, he contacted me and I got to know him. And I knew that I had been deceived by men before, but I had to create my own strategy. How am I going to ask questions? How am I going to know this person that I'm meeting now? I had to write the questions. Then I had to go in front of the mirror. This is what I'm going to ask. This is what I'm prepared. I had to go in front of the mirror. I had to loosen up, being playful, learn to ask questions in a playful way without the man knowing that I'm interviewing that person. That's how I decided I was going to be a matchmaker. And actually, before I met him, I met one guy. He was very wealthy. I met him online. And I used the same strategy and asked him questions. I'd been hurt before. I've been lied to before. So, but now my mindset is different. I am out to get what I want. I don't think about how people have hurt me, how people they have lied to me. I'm saying, God, universe, I just want your way, be your way. I had these questions I've prepared. I met this guy. I interviewed him. When I'm saying I'm interviewed him, I asked loads of questions in a playful way. He didn't know that I was asking questions. But then on the second date, he actually arranged a second date. I thought I was going on a date, but I wasn't. So when I met this guy and he said he had a big file of papers that he was carrying, he went and got it in his car. And he came back to me, he said, have you ever heard anything about matchmaking? And I was like, no, I have never heard anything about matchmaking. And he said, Nomsa, I'm happy that I've met you. No woman has ever asked me these questions. It has made me feel valued about my life. You've made me think that I need to work on myself. And I was like, I didn't do anything. And he said, the questions that you were asking me, it made me rethink when I got home. So, and he was like, what do you do for a living? Have you got psychology background? I was like, no, I don't. But then I realized at the same time I had to explain to him that I have been spending hard trying to find out who I am, trying to ask questions about the person that I want to be with in my life. And I said, he actually did some research for me and he said, here is the business for you. You'll be good at doing this. And I'm sorry, I'm not a good man for you because you made me question myself when I got home. But the question that you were asking me and the way you were talking to me, you didn't fake anything. You made it very clear what you want from me. It made me question that I'm saying I wanted the same thing from you, but I think I'm still hurt by my ex. So that was the end of discussion.
Okay, Estelle.
As she was saying, she has a lot of experience, and I want to find out about your company because I think lots of people need your help. So can you tell us how to get on to know about your company, how to use your services? If you can explain to us, so I think it will be very helpful. How can we get to your services?
Yes, Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency is. The website is www.hseia.com. So women register for free. I charge men.
So wait, that sounds a bit sexist. I'm defending all the men out there. Say amen.
Do you have a Facebook pages or do you have an Instagram where we can...
I do have a Facebook page. I do have a website. I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. So you go to my website, you fill out an application form, and once we receive your application form, we'll...
What's the name on LinkedIn or Instagram and Facebook?
On LinkedIn, on Facebook is HSCIA, Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency. On if you go to my website, it will connect you to all the social media that I'm on. On LinkedIn is under my name, Nomsa Clara MNcube. So you fill out an application form. Once you fill out an application form, we have to check the application form if you meet the criteria of the agency, because I work with the professionals only. You have to have a job to be able to register with the Hope Springs Eternal Introduction Agency. If you don't have a job, I need to understand why you're not working, because sometimes some people, they might have laid off work, women. So I need to understand why you are not working. For men, if you are not working, you can register as a free database. So then once I have your application form, I still need to meet you in person. For men, I need to come to your own home. I need to get to know you. Before I can introduce you to my clients, I need to come to your own home with a member of staff, get to know you, because your own home is where I get to know you, where you can speak freely and tell me what you want, what you're looking for, what kind of a woman you are looking for. And then once we begin that stage, the second stage is me going on a mini date with you.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a process.
That's quite excessive, because my home, I'm quite private. I don't invite people to my home. And if I want to date someone, and you want to, I'll invite you to my office. Why can't you come to my office? Because
I can come to your office, but I prefer to know who, because I'm not cheap. I'm very, very expensive.
Wow.
So for you to be
saying for my brothers out there that are unemployed, they cannot afford you,
Yeah.
they cannot get a date?
They can register for a free database, it's fine. But I have to come to your own home and interview you and just getting to know you. Because for me to be able to match you with the right person, I need to know what I'm talking about. Sometimes, because I have coaches as well, so I need, with the money that you've paid me, I have coaches that are waiting to prepare you. So if I feel that there's a part of you that needs to speak to my coaches, you can speak to my coaches before you go on a date, or if you choose to work with me, you can work with me. I can coach you.
This is excellent. You know, ladies and gentlemen, again, let me always put emphasis on it. A relationship, me, I'm a businessman, and I always put the emphasis. Anyone that knows me, anyone that's been in my business, anyone that's come to my office, I always compare my business to a relationship, my relationship to a business. I always say it's a merger. Two different people coming from two different backgrounds to come together. You understand?
Easy, yeah.
We have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
We have to try to accommodate the other individual. Nothing is easy. If anyone tells us something is easy in this life, they're lying, because we're quite aware of the complication, the hurdles we all face. So with us focusing on that, I just want to say life is a struggle. Anything we want to achieve, we have to be consistent. We have to learn to communicate. We have to learn to respect each other. But most importantly, we have to show empathy and understanding to each other in order for us to move forward. Without these elements in place, it's quite difficult. You understand? So, Nomsa, I do appreciate your time, and please tell us your website again and tell us a little bit about you as we come to the end of the show. It seems as though we just had you on the show for 5 minutes, you know, because there's so much more I want to say. You know, I like to talk. But please, tell us a little bit more of your organization. You know, what made you structure this? That's my last question for this. Because I know you put a lot of emphasis on love and togetherness. Expand on that a little bit.
You were talking about the struggles. So when I was looking for my own relationship, I was looking for somebody who understands the struggles. Somebody who's not looking for a woman who is prepared to, there are some people that say, I want this, but they don't want to do the work.
I met a couple of those.
Yes, I wanted to meet somebody who understands what does it mean to give time to somebody. What does it mean to cry when things that you want, they don't go your way? What does it mean when you get up in the morning and the postman delivers something that you've never asked for? So that was the man that I was looking for, a man that understands life, a man who has suffered the same way in his heart, the same way that I have suffered. The struggles, who understand the struggles of life. A relationship is not just, you can see a beautiful woman or a handsome man, but it doesn't mean that that is going to hold a relationship. It's not. You need to be able, when you meet someone, you need to have a mindset of, how can I serve you? You know, the queen has someone who serves her. The king has someone who serves him. So you have to be that person. How can I serve you, my king? That mindset, it will take you further in life. Because when you ask somebody, how can I serve you? You are letting them get into your head, get to know the real you, and love, and enter the spirit of love, and basically know what makes you believe in the things that you believe. Your past, they relate to your past. They sympathize with you. Because sometimes when people talk, the words are meaningless. So when you find somebody, you really say, I'm looking for love. When somebody speaks to you, those words, it has to have a meaning to you, that you have to relate with their lives, what they've gone through. And then you sympathize with them. Once you sympathize with them, you have to have an understanding. And then you have to accept them. And then when you give unconditional love, when you accept someone into your life, into your heart, into your spirit, you give them unconditional love. That means when they don't take the trash out, you don't scream at them. You look at the cloth. It takes me 5 seconds to take the trash out. But if you are someone who has not gone through challenges, who has not worked on themselves, you will scream at your spouse for no reason.
That is a
but
fact.
If you explain to them that this is my desires, this is how I want to treat you, to treat me, if they don't do what you want that day, it doesn't mean they're bad. It means they just forgot. You just have to give them a hug and tell them, I love you. When you fight with them, you just have to know when to stop and just get out in that situation.
You know,
That is a relationship.
it's a compromise when you're in a relationship. Me, I would never go to bed angry with my partner because tomorrow is not guaranteed for me. We can argue all day, but once we hit that bed, I'm going to hold you, kiss you, and tell you I love you. Whatever the situation is, we can fight tomorrow. But for now, I want you to know I love you. I'm giving myself to you. I want you to know I'm in this because I love you. It's you that I love. It's you that I want to be with. We might not agree all the time, but I want you to know my heart is in it for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the end of this show, I want each and every one of you to understand, when you love someone, when you say, you are my other half, let's don't be selfish, and as Nomsa say, to say, I'm going to get mad at you because you did something wrong. It's not always about that. There's no one who's perfect. Yeah. You have your flaws, I have my flaws. It's about a compromise. When you invest your time and energy into someone, don't do that person wrong. Let's think about the long term. We're going to get old. If I treat you wrong now, and when I get sick, I expect you to take care of me. But I've been abusive to you. How are you going to take care of me? How are you going to support me, give me that love, that support I need when I've been abusive to you? So there are a lot of elements in a relationship, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say to you is, Nomsa is out there trying to build relationship and bring togetherness. When you are out there, think about what you want. Think about how you want people to treat you. It's a two-way street. Don't treat somebody bad today and expect them to treat you the perfect way. Estelle, anything you want to say?
I just want to say that it was a pleasure to be with you guys today. And I think that we need to work on relationship. We really need to work on relationship. Don't give up. Don't give up. And have the faith and the belief that everything is possible.
I like that. Nomsa, as we come to say, any last words for our audience that are going to be logging onto your webpage and your Facebook? Nomsa has a show.
Yeah.
She's a very hardworking woman. She has a show that she does every day. So log on to her Facebook. Please bring us to an end with your comment.
Okay, so what I will leave with you guys is when you are in a relationship, leave everything, don't leave everything unsaid to your spouse. Communication is very, very important. Expressing how you feel is very, very important because you are the key in that relationship. Your spouse may be as good as whatever God has given you, but if you don't take good care of your feelings, if there's some things that you don't like, say out loud to your spouse, let them hear the message. If emotionally you're not fulfilled, don't bleed inside. If your spouse doesn't understand what is going on, that means you are bleeding emotionally. Share with them. I'm not satisfied. That can destroy a relationship.
Thank you very
And
much.
know who you are and love yourself. Put yourself first and then serve your spouse. You are not there to actually be a princess or to be a king. You are there to serve and you are there to receive at the same time too. So allow your spouse to give you love and receive it with grace. You are allowed to receive love. You are allowed to give. Relationship is about giving and receiving. So if you are looking for love, you can go to Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency online, or you can follow me at my Ngosi Talk Show on Facebook and YouTube. I'm there Monday to Friday, like Unisa says.
What time?
1 p.m. UK time.
Right.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, Nomsa, and it's always a pleasure connecting with you. Estelle, I thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Please find love, know what you want, and I wish you all a peaceful, blissful journey. Find your love, find your desires, know yourself. Thank you all for watching. I bid you all a good day.
Hey guys, do I need to go now?